Hey guys, and welcome. My name's NG Paradox, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 with Republican Spain, and we're here in lovely, lovely Madrid, which, before we begin, I'd just like to point out, that factory is massive. Like, compared to the whole city of Madrid, like, that factory is ridiculously big. But I know, obviously, just to make you, allow you to see where the factories are and stuff, but that kind of looks hilarious, but I digress. Let's move on to what was happening. So last time we left off, obviously, World War II was looking like it was about to begin. Germany has attacked Czechoslovakia, and the Allies have jumped in to try to help them. But will they be able to get there to save Czechoslovakia before it gets eaten up? Who knows? And obviously, I was deciding on our own tactics, which I'll go over what I've decided to do in 1 second. But let's just make sure that everything in our nation's going well. Tanks will be here in 40 days, so we'll start building proper tanks. I'm just going to go through our regiments. I haven't really done much on this yet. I've done a little bit, but I'd like to do this properly now. Now, I haven't had much experience with regiments and stuff. I don't know what is the best thing to do. There's a lot of statistics here, you know, base stats, combat stats, and whatnot. And it's kind of hard to go through them all and make sure that you have a good idea of what's going to happen. But I have no idea. Not enough experience in that yet. Hopefully we can learn more as we go along. I would like to have more width. So we're going to add these to one side. I'm also going to add some anti-air, because I think, you know, when it comes to the big guys, they have a lot of, you know, airplanes and a lot of ships, and we're not going to be able to compete with them on that. I think as a minor nation, it's really difficult unless you really concentrate on that at the beginning, and we have not. So we need some anti-air. I think I might push this down to just 3 lines rather than 4 here, because it'll just cost us more manpower, I feel like. So if we remove that, maybe that's a pretty good one. That cost us 15. We have so much experience on the wars with Portugal and whatnot that I think it's fine. I think that's good. It's a good amount of men, good width, some extra support stuff. We'll do that. Obviously, that means we need to now build more stuff. Mountaineers as well. Let's increase that to 3. But we'll just keep it 2. Maybe put some engineers or recon. Recon can help with soft attack, hard attack. Organization goes down, production cost goes down, of course, defense plus 11. Defense goes really high for that. Breakthrough, they seem much better. Soft attack goes up more, hard attack. Yeah, the engineers seem so much better. Reconnaissance, I guess, goes up. But really, the main thing's engineers. How about we just keep them like this? I can just add engineers. I don't want to cost too many supplies. I only want a few more mountaineers. We're going to have mostly just these. So let's keep it like that. Save that one as well. And once we get the tanks, we're going to build some really awesome tank divisions, hopefully. Let's build some more of these, add units. So we can build a lot of these. We're just going to keep it to 1 of these. I don't want too many mountaineer units, just a few of them. And with that, we now have to concentrate on our buildings. Now, we need a lot more military factories. I want to build a lot more things. These guys are filled up, so we're going to lower this for 1 second. Support equipment, we need that. We got enough of these. And now we need to be building some anti-air. So let's take these down. Anti-air needs to go quite high. It's kind of our new big thing. Yeah, so we want quite a few of these. At least 4, I'd say. Now let's do it to that. Let's do that. I think that's enough. We need to start making lots of anti-air because all our units now need this. In fact, 6 a week. And let's keep it to 2 for now. And we should then go back to our stuff. We got a surplus of that. Surplus of that. We're fine there, fine there. Steel, we need 5 more. We'll get some from the Soviet Union. Like I said before, we may not be allies with the Soviet Union, but there's still people we can trust for now. And let's let it go down by a couple of days. We need some more oil then. Soviets, of course, are a good person to turn to. And aluminium. Hungary, Soviet Union again. Or Yugoslavia. Let's do Yugoslavia. There we go. So that should all be done. Construction, I would like to build a lot more military stuff. Definitely something I want to build upon. Build stuff there. Here. There. Okay, let's get a lot of military factories. We have a lot of civilian factories. I built the civilian factories so we could build military factories. So we need a lot more of those now. Let's start building those off. And I think I'm happy with that. We're building a lot of regiments. We need a lot more soldiers. That's all I can say for now. But I'm going to let time go by, and we're going to talk about what we plan to do. Now, I was making some jokes last time, well, in the comment section at least, that maybe we could, from Macau, we could maybe attack China. Now, that is a possibility, but I don't think we're going to get enough victory points to be able to really get anything from China. Likely, Japan is just going to beat them very soon, and that will be the end of that. Japan, could we have a, non-aggression pact? No, they would not accept. Why? They really do not like us. Okay, so we're going to stay away from Japan, probably. Now, obviously, my kind of backup plan is to join the Comintern. If things go really bad, we can always just join the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union would accept us. But I don't want to have to go for them, just because in the past, obviously, they did not help us. When our people were dying, they did not help us. Also, would like to reiterate that actually, if you look at Africa and we look at resources, there are actually no resources in our African lands. So the African lands for us that we have are not strategically that important. We'd just like to point that out for now. A lot of people are saying to protect them, but there's really nothing from them. So sadly, that's the truth. But yeah. So we're going to try and concentrate on our mainland. Also, people were trying to say maybe we could recreate the old Spanish empires, retake the places from, the Americas, but that is probably impossible. If anyone who's a foreigner, basically from outside the Americas, north or south, attacks any of them, America will attack. America basically has guaranteed every single nation in there. So that means if you attack them, you're going to get destroyed. If you're inside, if you're Mexico or Peru or Bolivia, you can actually attack each other unless the United States goes for the focus, which is the ones over here. So if the Americans go for the ones over here, these focuses, and Pax Americana, if they pick this, they can then get involved in any war. So basically, to begin with, though, it's just against foreigners. And the People's Republic of China has capitulated. Not a surprise when we saw them. They were basically, as we can see, just completely gone. So again, the Americas are not the best place to go to. Mainly just because even though America isn't very strong at the beginning, it's still only 1938. The thing is, we don't have the ships. Let's have a quick look at this. Details. Look at that. 200, maybe 250 ships they have. A load of air forces there, so it's not really helpful. And look at that. Failed attempt on Hitler's life. A group of Wehrmacht officers opposed to the war have launched a coup against Hitler in Berlin. An unidentified party of armed men stormed the Reichskanzlei. I guess that's how you... Reichskanzlei. I'm just going to say that. But they were successfully fought off by members of the Führer's SS bodyguard. Gestapo agents have arrested all conspirators, which include high-ranking officers such as Ludwig Beck and Wilhelm Canaris. In a speech before the Reichstag, Hitler vowed revenge against France and Britain for masterminding the underhanded attempt on his life. Imagine if they succeeded. I wonder if that's possible, because I know some of the events can change. That would be amazing if that could succeed. But it looks like they were unsuccessful. So the question is, who do we join? If we're not going to join the Soviets, do we join the Allies? Do we join the Axis? Now, I don't want to join the Axis because they were supporting Franco. And the Allies stood by while our people were killing themselves. We can't support that. So we don't want to join any of them. I'm still going to go for making our own faction. That's what we're going to concentrate on for now. If that does fail, we'll then go to join the Soviets. And our Democratic Party is gaining a lot of support. We need to try and put that in check at some point. But yeah, we're going to try and make our own faction, maybe get Italy and Yugoslavia in if possible. If not possible, we'll just go and join the Comintern. Or if we can go it alone, but that would be very difficult. You might be asking as well, some people always ask me this is similar to my Japan series. People always ask me, why not make Germany why not? Oh, looks like the British are trying to make a naval landing. But yeah, a lot of people ask me, why not just, make Germany communist? Why not just make a coup in Germany? Now, the thing is, the way I look at the kind of use of the political power, a lot of people have already stated that they think the political power stuff is OP. And I'm going to go into that in 1 second, but Czechoslovakia has capitulated. The British and French could not get there in time. And the French and Germans just can't get past this line. I don't know how you pronounce it, the Maginot Line or the Maginot Line. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but very difficult to get through, which is historically accurate. It was a very hard place to get through. And medium tanks are done. Excellent. Let's go sort this out. So I was going to talk about political power, actually, and we'll do that in 1 second, but let's get this done. I think 2 ranks of medium tanks is a good amount. Medium tanks are not cheap, so I don't want probably more than this. we're going to give them some engineer companies and some recon companies. Don't want any anti-air or artillery. We got the normal troops with lots of that. So we'll just give the tanks these. And I'm happy with that. That's 50 there. So that's cost a lot of our stuff. And we're going to start to train some of these. Just one for now, because obviously we don't actually have any tanks. So we could just go for one. We'll put them in Castile. And missing equipment. Obviously we need to be making more tanks. So let's put the fighters down really low. I don't want any more planes. We're not going to be able to catch up with the allies and stuff. But tanks are extremely important. Get that down to that. And we're getting a lot of guns. So how about we put that down to that? Put that down to that. Let's go for that then. I'm happy with this then. We need a lot of tanks. So that's something we need to do. And with that, we need to now get some more stuff. Need more oil, of course. Soviet Union, give me that oil. And that is it. Okay, perfect. And new research. So we got 2 military there. Let's go for one more industry. We need to still need to build up our nation. There's a lot of things to do. Production efficiency cap. Let's go for this. There's a lot of things I plan to do right now. And I was just talking about political power. Now, political power, the way I see it, it is OP. I admit, the political power is OP. Being able to change other people's nations in only like 3 years, okay, it kind of makes sense. But also, it's extremely powerful because you could do it to 4 nations at once and just get no political power. It usually costs about 0.25. So that means if you get 1, you can do it 4 times and do 4 nations. Now, if you start as United Kingdom, you could from the beginning do it to Germany and Italy, and then by 1939 or 1940 you could turn them Democrats, and then it's basically all of you against the Comintern, which is probably pretty easy. So I can see why a lot of people don't really like it and feel it's OP, but to be perfectly frank, the AI does not actually use it. The AI does not use it at all. Only the player does. So this means, to me, this kind of political power is kind of used for you to create your own scenarios. So, for example, like I'm trying to do Italy and Yugoslavia to communists. Imagine that they had a revolution. And then that will allow us to make our own faction, which will rival, the Axis, maybe Germany and Japan, and the Allies and the Comintern. There'll be kind of a 4-way war, which I think would be a really nice scenario. Let me just choose this for now. I'm going to go down this way because we want to create our own factions. That's going to take quite a while. But yeah, so you can kind of make it as easy or as difficult as you want. So for example, I'm not changing Germany to communist because I think then it'd just be too easy. I would like to fight Germany. In my Japan series, I'm not turning USA into fascist because I want America to be my end of game boss. Like I would love for Japan to be able to, as Japan, do a reversal of history and invade America and maybe even nuclear bomb America. I think that would be a great series. So I really think it's down to just how you use it. You can use it as much or as little as you want. And that's kind of how I see Hearts of Iron 4 at the moment. It can be really easy or really difficult. You set the boundaries. And I really like that of it so far. That's just my point of view on the political power and stuff. So yeah, that's why you'll notice I'll play certain ways. I won't just go all out and change everyone. I will choose certain people to kind of make it an even battle. Because for me, the best part of this game is the battles. The wars, the confrontations, they're just so satisfying. This British soldier, did we give them military access? I'm going to take that bloody away. There we go, cancel military access. I'm still keeping myself on the border, waiting for our own opportunity to arise, and it looks as though the British couldn't get through there, and here they're still at a deadlock. Whoever starts winning, maybe we'll join the other side or attack the losing side. Now, we could increase our plane stuff, but we're in 1939 now, so I would like to get the new guns. Let's go for that. New guns for a new time. That's going to have to build a lot more new guns, but yeah. So that's just my opinions on that, and probably where we're going to go in the series, kind of like my idea of just going for our own faction. If things go completely wrong, maybe go on our own. If things go terribly, then join the Comintern. So we have a lot of options right now, but Iberia is united under one flag. The people united under one thing. It doesn't matter if you're Portuguese, Spanish, from Catalonia. Who cares? We're all for the people. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Communism. I mean, it's meant to be about that. But we won't go. We're not going to go into politics. I'm not going to go into the politics of communism, democracy, and fascism. That's just going to end me with a world of hurt. But I'll tell you one thing. It's very complicated. That's probably the best way to put it. Things are not always as simple as they seem. The one thing that always, I think, annoys me is that I think democracy is great, but also when people talk about communism, people always think of the Soviet Union. And the Soviet Union is not like a lot of proper... well, I say proper communism. If you take, obviously, Soviet Union is meant to be based upon Marx's kind of teachings, and really Soviet Union is nothing like Marx's teachings. So it just kind of makes it really weird. I never really understand the Soviet Union. Same with China as well. Nowadays, China is not really anything. It's just its own thing, to be perfectly honest. To be honest, what I would say is that Marx's communism has never happened, but that's just me. His type of ideology for a nation hasn't actually happened, but would it work? Probably not. At the end of the day, people are people, and people are greedy, and people are evil. And at the end of the day, power corrupts, as we say, but that also goes with democracies, and of course fascism as well, which is a pretty obvious statement, I guess, of fascism. Hitler being a good example of that, and many others, but yeah. I try to stay away from politics. If you get me to talk about politics, like if you meet me in real life and get me to talk about politics, I cannot stop talking. But when it comes to videos, it's something I try to avoid personally, but that's just me. And I prefer to just roleplay. Fighters, then we need to build new fighters. So get rid of these shitty interwar fighters. Let's get these normal fighters. We need a lot of these, but it's fine. We have a lot of old interwar fighters still. But yeah, so this is more military stuff. So let's get more military stuff. 1939. We could get some more of them. No more tanks. Artillery, I probably want to increase this, yeah. Because lots of our troops have artillery. We should at least get the improved version of the artillery. That would be a good idea, I suspect. But yeah. But we can't back Stalin. He did not support us. No one supported us, to be honest. It upsets me. How far is communism in Italy? 41%. Yugoslavia, 38%. Now, I'm not sure if they join a faction. For example, if Italy does join the Axis, what would happen? Befriend Bulgaria. So they're going to befriend Bulgaria. They could go for Italy first, Pact of Steel, German military cooperation. Okay, they could still go with joining Germany or going on their own. It'd be fun to see. War with Greece, befriend Japan, Spanish-Italian alliance. I think that's only if we have nationalist Spain, so that probably won't happen for us. But yeah, let's give it that. 97% tension. Oh my god. I really need France or Germany to push through, so I can decide what I'm going to do. Come on, France or Germany. One of you has to fight back. You know, you can't just sit there watching each other. How many men do you have? 104 to 144. About 300, shall we say? About 300 planes and 150 naval units. We have about 20. We have less than 20. And planes, we have a lot more planes, actually. A lot of fighters. Naval bombers, we need a lot more of those, actually. But yeah. And France would like some military access. No, thank you very much, sir. And let's go for the next one, political correctness. What's Poland doing? Have you made your own faction? They have made their own faction. Don't know what they're doing right now. I'm suspecting they're probably going to try and get these guys to join them. That's probably what they're going to try and do. How are you doing, Iran? Little bit of communism in Iran. They have 20 to 41 men. That's not too bad for such a small nation. I think they start out with, like, no soldiers. Turkey. 30 to 60. Pretty good as well. When I say pretty good, I mean obviously not compared to the major nations. I mean for a small nation. Like Bulgaria has 7 to 15, 10, 34. Hungary has a pretty good amount, actually. Poland is okay. Latvia, Finland, 16 to 32, 14 to 42. Norway has, like, no troops. You know what, let's move some troops, let's move some planes up here. Just in case we're going to need them. How about you go here, and you go there. Because we might need some planes up here in Catalonia, next to France. That's probably something we'll probably want to do. Have them spread out. There we go, along there. We probably don't even need them in Mercia. Yeah, I don't feel like there's much need for them there. How about you guys move to this one? Yeah, we don't need any ones in there. Granada, Madrid, and there. I think that's perfect. In fact, even the ones in Madrid, we could probably just split between these two. That's probably a better idea, in fact. How about you go to this one, and you. Actually, we'll get one of the big ones, one of the small ones. There you go. And this one, oh, this one has like no people. Okay, just put them there, then it'll be a smaller one, but it'll be fine. Military factory, we need more tanks, of course. And looks like we're filled up on the artillery already. Wow. Okay, so that can all go into there. Maybe we'll make one more gun. There we go. One more gun. Everything else is pretty good apart from the fighters, but that's fine. Recruitment then. Okay, so that looks good then. We'll keep it about that amount right now. We need some stuff though. Surplus of 8, so we're getting more than one rubber more than we need. But we do need more steel for those damn tanks. And Britain wants military access. No siree. Find your own way round. Gibraltar is not for you people. I really want to attack the Allies just because France is so close and because Gibraltar's there, but we just can't take them on. We just don't have the men. For now, I'm quite happy just to sit here and just build up our nation. Maybe wait until 1941, 1940 maybe, and then make a play, but France is so tempting. We could just break through these lines and just rush to like Bordeaux and take Paris. They're likely they'll just bring all their men to attack me, so yeah. We could go for this to get the encryption and decryption. I would like that. It would be good to go for this though. Let's try and decrease this one, because I feel like that's really expensive. Let's go for that one, and I'll get the political power thing. This one, I'll get one of the laws, the research and products, yeah. We'll get the one for electronics. So I just feel it's so expensive. Let's put these men to this one. And we can delete this. And make a new front line. There we go. And that should bring them down. So more men added to those guys, just in case they have to go to war with the Allies. Let's say I'm not decided yet, but the German Reich claims Memel. With German forces on the border posed to attack, Lithuania has given in to a German ultimatum, demanding the surrender of the old Prussian territory of Memel. It was passed to Lithuania by the Treaty of Versailles, but has now been reintegrated into the region of Ostpreussen. I'm just going to guess it's pronounced like that. Have we yet reached the extent of German territorial ambitions in Europe? Experts are doubtful. Well, I mean, the war's going on right now. I wouldn't call this a world war just yet. It's really just the Allies versus Germany. So I wouldn't call this a world war just yet, but we're basically there. The tension is really high. Everyone is just at the peak. 42%. The communists have almost outranking the fascist popularity. But yes. So I'm very happy with that. What was I talking about a second ago? Oh yeah, like I said, I'm just going to see who's going to be winning. It would be nice to attack the Allies, but if we don't have to, maybe it makes sense not to. Get Italy to join us, then we could attack German Reich, maybe with them if the Allies are winning. But right now, it seems like they're not doing a naval invasion, which is weird, because I almost always see in my series, United Kingdom loves naval invasions. But right now, they seem a bit off. They seem like they don't want to. They have 51 to 110 men. Maybe they're just building... Look at those. Look at those Air Force. Wow. Crazy. More tanks. We want lots of tanks. I want to get our first tank regiment. Tanks are going to be the way forward for our nation. The Spanish people will have tanks, I say. Yes, they will. We're making a good amount of infantry, though. Like I say, they're not finished building, but they will be done. And I think it's a good amount we're building at the moment. So that's been done. We're not going to go for this one just yet. Like I said, I want to wait for that. So that's going to come later. But other than that, there's nothing else I want, actually. Damn it. I'll have to just go for something else for now. Maybe this one? Air support, mission efficiency. Let's go for that. Let's go for that one. The guns are almost done. Really want those guns. Better guns, better men. That's what I say. How's Japan? Japan is almost to Chongqing. Once they take this, China is gone, I would suspect. It's located in Sichuan province. Famous for spicy food, by the way. Lovely spicy food. People in China love that. But yeah. Just in case you didn't know, I actually am living in China right now. That's why I know a bit about China and stuff. But yeah, Sichuan, very famous for spicy food. But the Japanese don't seem to be able to push through. They're not actually trying to push through there at the moment, but very close to doing it. It's going to be interesting to see. And what is that? Some Soviet man? Italy seeks extensive military pact. Aiming to redefine the power balance in the Mediterranean, Italy has been making political overtures towards the creation of a new alliance in the region. Largely military in nature, the Novus Imperium Romanum will, in the world of Benito Mussolini, place Italy at the center of new world power. Let us hope their interests do not conflict with ours. Did he just create his own faction? Did you just create your own faction, Italy? That's what I wanted. I was going to ask. Yes, they did. This is actually really interesting. Italy and Bulgaria in their own faction. That's a fun one. Okay. I don't know what to do now, because I wanted to do that. Now, we need to go for the communist revolutionary, because we need to keep our communism up. That's what I say for now. What else do we want? Same ideology, opinion? Could be one. Would Italy let us join? We could join Italy's faction. They're fascists, but if they turn communist, I'm assuming they keep their faction. We could join them. That would be awesome. We could just join their faction. I'd be fine with that. That'd be something a bit different if they turn communist. But right now I'm a bit upset because they made their own faction. That's what I wanted to do. Damn it, I was going to call it like a Mediterranean pact, but we'll have to wait and see. I would like more soldiers, but 200,000 is not really enough, but we also want to get this. Let's get the electronics then, because I need to start getting that military. I need to start getting that technology. And a new military factory. Build more guns, I guess. We'll have to go for that. But that's a new development here. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different groups here. And obviously the Chinese United Front, which is going to be no more very soon, but that is kind of funny. That is very interesting. China is actually a major country. Huh, is that because they made their own group? So does that put them in as a major power? Including Poland as well, yes. So if you create your own faction, you become a major power. That is cool to see. I did not know that. Huh. Interesting. Well, let's just see what happens to Italy then. Maybe they'll turn communist. If they don't, this is going to make things very difficult. I'll probably have to try and... I could probably set a coup in Italy and attack. There we go. We'd set a coup in Italy, and I would plan to attack Italy. So I'm going to end this part here, guys. We'll have to return next time. What will happen then? I know it's been very slow, but this is kind of... We're still only in 1939. This is like where the war would begin. And at the moment, it's still kind of, not everyone's at war yet. People are still doing their political stuff, trying to get their maneuverings. So there's still a lot to go for. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I've been NG Paradox.